We live in extraordinary times, times when the cosmos itself seems to be whispering profound changes to our very being. Soon, a rare planetary alignment will not only paint a celestial spectacle in the skies, but also ripple through the fabric of our consciousness, signaling a transformation that is both cosmic and deeply personal. This alignment is far more than an astronomical event. It is a call to awaken. It amplifies the energies already shifting within our environment and invites us to shed the limiting beliefs and old structures that no longer serve our growth. Like a caterpillar dissolving into the chrysalis before emerging as a vibrant butterfly, we too are entering a phase of profound metamorphosis toward what Dolores Cannon described as the fifth dimension, a realm of heightened consciousness where love and compassion become our guiding forces. But transformation is never simple. The familiar world we've known, the jobs, relationships, and thoughts that once defined us will unravel, leaving behind the shadows of outdated fears and doubts. This collapse is not destruction, but creation, a necessary clearing that makes room for new possibilities and a richer understanding of our cosmic interconnectedness. Science shows us that our DNA is more than a genetic code. It's a living record, constantly evolving in response to energetic shifts. As we align with higher frequencies, our very bodies adapt, becoming vessels for expanded perception and greater vitality. Our senses sharpen, our thoughts become clearer, our hearts open wider. Imagine a world where telepathic communication is no longer fantasy, but a natural extension of human connection, where empathy transcends words, and intuition becomes a language of its own. A world where time folds upon itself, past and future, intertwining in a multidimensional dance, giving us access to wisdom beyond what we thought possible. But with such power comes responsibility. Our thoughts shape reality. Our intentions ripple across the cosmos. To manifest a future grounded in love, unity, and compassion, we must consciously choose these frequencies daily. This cosmic journey is both individual and collective. As some old bonds dissolve, new ones form rooted in authenticity and shared purpose. Our connection to nature deepens, reminding us that Earth is not merely our home, but a living, breathing organism of which we are inseparable parts. The alignment approaching is a gateway, a portal, inviting us to step into a higher state of being. It calls us to trust in the wisdom of the universe and to embrace change with courage and grace. The path to the fifth dimension may be challenging, but is also filled with beauty, mystery, and endless possibility. Remember, we are not isolated sparks in the void. We are children of stars, woven into the cosmic web of existence. And as the universe awakens within us, so too does our capacity to create a world reflective of the highest ideals of our shared humanity. So prepare your minds, open your hearts, and ready yourselves for the incredible journey ahead. The best is yet to come. If this message resonates, join the community, subscribe, share your story, and together, let us walk this path of transformation. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your feet grounded in the earth. As we stand at this crossroads of cosmic and personal transformation, it's worth reflecting on what it means to be human in the vast expanse of the universe. We often think of ourselves as separate from the cosmos, as if the stars are distant, cold, and indifferent. Yet, everything in us, from the atoms in our cells to the very consciousness that wonders about the stars, is born from cosmic phenomena. The elements essential for life, the carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, were forged in the hearts of stars long before our planet existed. We are, in the most literal sense, children of stardust. And this heritage carries with it a responsibility and an opportunity to recognize our interconnectedness with all that exists and to rise to the occasion of this unprecedented moment. The approaching planetary alignment and the transformational energies it heralds serve as a reminder of the dynamic, ever-changing nature of existence. Nothing remains static. The universe is a grand, ceaseless dance of creation and dissolution. Stars are born and die. Galaxies collide and reform, and on a small blue planet, human beings are called to evolve. This evolution is not merely biological, it is spiritual, emotional, intellectual. The fifth dimension is not a place you travel to, but a state of consciousness you embody. It demands a shedding of old limitations, of fears, prejudices, and separations, and an embracing of unity, love, and compassion. Science teaches us that the cosmos is governed by laws, gravity, electromagnetism, quantum mechanics, yet within these laws exists a realm of possibility and wonder. Similarly, within the laws of our own being, within the structure of our consciousness, lies the potential for a profound transformation. The shifts we experience now, the unraveling of old patterns, the expansion of awareness, are echoes of cosmic processes mirrored within us. Like the solar winds that sweep past Earth, stirring auroras in polar skies, our internal energies are stirred, inviting us to awaken. But transformation requires courage. It asks us to confront the discomfort of change, to release attachments to old identities and certainties. The path is neither easy nor linear. There will be moments of doubt, moments of fear, yet these are the crucibles through which growth occurs. In the face of uncertainty, we can choose to cultivate curiosity instead of fear, resilience instead of resignation, connection instead of isolation. These choices ripple outward, influencing not just ourselves, but the collective trajectory of humanity. Because the universe does not evolve in isolation. We are threads woven into a cosmic tapestry. Our thoughts, actions, and intentions contribute to the pattern being created. The planetary alignment is a celestial milestone, but the real transformation happens within the collective consciousness, awakened to its cosmic heritage. So, prepare not just your technology, your infrastructure, or your schedules, but your mind and heart. Open them to wonder, ground them in reason, embrace the challenge and the opportunity. Look up at the night sky. And remember, the same universe that birthed stars and galaxies birthed you. The atoms in your body have journeyed across space and time to assemble into this moment of consciousness. The cosmic story continues, and you are an essential part of it. Thank you for joining me on this voyage of discovery and transformation. Keep looking up, keep wondering, and most importantly, keep becoming. Now, as we navigate this moment of profound change, it's worth considering how science and spirituality, often seen as opposing forces, actually converge in this grand cosmic narrative. Both paths seek understanding science through observation and reason, spirituality through experience and introspection. Both invite us to explore the mysteries of existence and our place within it. The planetary alignment, with its powerful energies, offers a unique opportunity to bridge these perspectives. It reminds us that while the universe operates on physical laws, those laws give rise to phenomena that inspire awe and wonder, auroras dancing across the night sky, the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth, and yes, even the inner transformations of the human spirit. Dolores Cannon's vision of the fifth dimension aligns intriguingly with emerging scientific concepts in physics dimensions beyond the familiar three of space and one of time, realms that might harbor new laws and new possibilities. Whether through quantum mechanics or metaphysical insight, the invitation is the same: to expand our understanding and embrace a larger reality. But the key to this expansion is responsibility. As our consciousness grows, so does our power to affect the world around us. Manifestation, empathy, unity, these are not mere buzzwords, but the tools by which we shape a future worthy of our cosmic lineage. Preparing for the unusual events ahead is therefore more than practical, it is existential. It calls us to cultivate resilience, not just in technology or infrastructure, but in our hearts and minds. To foster communities bound not by fear, but by mutual care. To educate ourselves and others so that we may navigate uncertainty with wisdom. The approaching alignment and the transformations it heralds are, in a sense, a mirror. They reflect our own potential for renewal and growth. Like the stars that recycle their material through death and birth, we too are called to renew our beliefs, our relationships, our understanding of ourselves and the universe. So, as you face the days ahead, take a moment to gaze upward. Let the stars remind you of your origins and your destiny. The universe is vast, dynamic, and ever-changing, and so are you. Embrace this cosmic moment. Prepare with knowledge and openness. Stand ready to become the next great chapter in the unfolding story of existence. Because in the end, the universe is not merely out there, it is in here, within us all. As we contemplate this cosmic moment, it's essential to reflect on the interconnectedness that defines not only our planet, but the entire universe. Each star, planet, and particle exists in relation to another, governed by the fundamental forces of nature. Gravity binds galaxies, electromagnetism shapes atoms, and quantum entanglement hints at mysterious connections that transcend space and time. This interconnectedness mirrors our own existence. We too are part of an intricate web, socially, ecologically, spiritually. The solar winds from our star and the alignment of planets may seem like distant phenomena, but their influence ripples through the magnetic field that shields our planet, through the currents that flow in our oceans, and even through the rhythms of our own biology. This moment invites us to consider our place within this vast system, not as isolated individuals, but as participants in a grand cosmic dance. Our actions, thoughts, and intentions resonate outward, influencing the collective consciousness and the very fabric of reality. Preparing for the unusual events ahead requires embracing the sense of unity. It calls for mindfulness, compassion, and collaboration. We must come together not just as citizens of nations, but as citizens of the cosmos, working toward resilience, understanding, and harmony. Science gives us the tools to predict solar activity, to safeguard our technology, and to understand the physical mechanisms at play. But it is our collective wisdom, empathy, and will that will determine how we respond. Imagine the power of a world where curiosity fuels cooperation, where knowledge inspires kindness, and where the mysteries of the universe deepen our sense of connection rather than fear. In this unfolding story, we are not passive observers. We are explorers, creators, and stewards. The approaching cosmic events serve as catalysts, not merely for disruption, but for awakening. They challenge us to evolve in thought and spirit, to build a future where the light of understanding outshines the shadows of ignorance. So as the planets align and the solar storm brews, remember, you carry within you the spark of the cosmos. Your very atoms echo the fiery hearts of stars. This connection is a source of strength, wonder, and responsibility. Prepare your mind with knowledge, your heart with openness, and your spirit with courage. The universe is inviting you to awaken, to step into a new era of human possibility. And as you do, know this: the story of the cosmos is, in many ways, the story of you. As we stand on the threshold of these unusual cosmic events, it's vital to remember that change is the only constant in the universe. From the smallest quantum fluctuations to the majestic dance of galaxies, everything is in perpetual motion. The solar storm, the planetary alignment, these are not isolated incidents, but chapters in the ongoing story of cosmic evolution. This story is not just written in the stars, but in us, our minds, our communities, our shared human experience. The unfolding events challenge us to evolve not just technologically, but morally and spiritually. They invite us to cultivate resilience not only in our infrastructure, but in our collective consciousness. Consider the magnetic field of the Earth, our planet's invisible shield against the solar tempest. It is dynamic, fluctuating, sometimes vulnerable, but remarkably resilient. In many ways, it serves as a metaphor for us. Our social systems, our relationships, our inner lives, they too must adapt, shift, and strengthen to withstand the storms ahead. The technologies we depend on, satellites, power grids, communications, are the lifelines of modern civilization. Their vulnerability to solar activity reminds us how intertwined we are with the cosmos. Preparing for these events means bridging science and society, anticipating disruption while fostering cooperation and innovation. Yet, preparation is more than contingency planning. It's an exercise in humility and curiosity. It's recognizing that despite our advances, we remain part of a universe that operates on scales of space and time far beyond our daily lives. In embracing this humility, we open ourselves to wonder, the same wonder that sparked Galileo's telescope, that fueled Einstein's insights, that compels us to reach for the stars. It's the wonder that drives us to learn, to adapt, to dream. So as the solar winds surge and the planets align, let us meet these cosmic rhythms with readiness and reverence. Let us remember that the universe is not a distant spectacle, but a vibrant reality of which we are an integral part. Our ability to face these challenges depends on our collective will, our shared knowledge, and our commitment to one another. Together, we can transform uncertainty into opportunity, disruption into awakening. In the end, preparing for the unusual is preparing for life itself, a life lived with eyes wide open, hearts connected, and minds engaged with the vast, beautiful cosmos we call home. Thank you for being part of this journey. Keep looking up, keep questioning, and keep reaching for the stars. In moments like these, when cosmic forces align to remind us of our place in the universe, it's worth pausing to consider the incredible journey that has brought us here. From the primordial fireballs that birthed our solar system to the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth, every chapter is a testament to resilience and emergence. Our ancestors looked to the skies, mapping the stars, interpreting their patterns, finding meaning in their rhythms. Today, our telescopes and satellites reveal the intricate choreography of celestial bodies, from the gentle pull of gravity to the explosive flares of our sun. And yet, with all our scientific insight, we are still humbled by the scale and complexity of the cosmos. This humbling is not a weakness, but a call to curiosity, a call to keep exploring, to keep learning, to keep growing. The solar storm and planetary alignment are, in a sense, cosmic teachers. They challenge us to prepare, adapt, and evolve. They remind us that we live on a fragile oasis in the vast cosmic ocean, connected to forces both ancient and immense. Our response to these challenges defines us not just as individuals, but as a species. Will we rise to the occasion, harnessing our knowledge and compassion to build resilient communities and sustainable futures? Or will we remain disconnected, vulnerable to forces beyond our control? I believe in our capacity to rise. Science has always been a beacon, illuminating the unknown, revealing the workings of nature, and empowering us to shape our destiny. But science alone is not enough. It must be paired with wisdom, empathy, and a profound respect for the interconnectedness of all life. Preparing for unusual events is a metaphor for preparing for life itself, a life full of uncertainty, wonder, and possibility. It is a reminder that we are not mere spectators in the cosmic drama, but active participants, co-creators of our collective future. So, as the solar winds begin their journey toward Earth, as the planets align in their timeless dance, I invite you to embrace this moment not with fear, but with curiosity. Let the cosmos inspire you to think bigger, to connect deeper, and to act wiser. Because in this vast universe, among billions of stars and endless possibilities, there is one thing we can be certain of: the future is ours to create. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale of what we're dealing with. Our sun, a seemingly constant presence in our sky, is in fact a colossal, boiling sphere of plasma, a nuclear furnace releasing energy with staggering intensity. It churns and roils, sometimes erupting in powerful solar flares and coronal mass ejections that send billions of tons of charged particles hurtling into space. When these charged particles collide with Earth's magnetic field, they create geomagnetic storms, events that can disrupt satellites, interfere with GPS, knock out power grids, and even affect radio communications. But more profoundly, these interactions remind us of how intimately linked we are to our star, despite the 93 million miles that separate us. This dynamic interplay between the sun and Earth is not a catastrophe waiting to happen. It is a natural process within the cosmic ecosystem that nurtures life yet demands respect and preparedness. Just as tides rise and fall with the moon's pull, solar activity ebbs and flows in cycles that humanity has only recently begun to understand. Understanding these cycles is a triumph of human curiosity and ingenuity. Through decades of research, scientists have developed early warning systems, satellites that monitor solar activity, and technologies designed to protect our infrastructure. This is a powerful example of how knowledge transforms vulnerability into resilience. But the story doesn't end there. These solar storms also serve as a profound metaphor for the unexpected forces that shape our lives. They remind us that the universe is an unpredictable dance of energy, and that change, sometimes sudden, sometimes gradual, is woven into the fabric of existence. In much the same way, we as individuals and societies face disruptions, shifts in culture, technology, and consciousness that challenge our assumptions and invite growth. The planetary alignment, the energy shifts, the unusual events on the horizon, they are all reflections of a deeper cosmic rhythm urging us toward transformation. As we prepare for these events, it's worth remembering that preparation is more than just a checklist of physical safeguards. It is a mental and emotional readiness, a cultivation of adaptability, curiosity, and collective empathy. It is about recognizing our shared vulnerability and responding with cooperation and care. In this moment, let the vastness of the cosmos inspire humility and wonder. Let it remind you that though we are small in the cosmic scale, we possess an extraordinary capacity for understanding and resilience. The atoms in your body were forged in stars. The curiosity that brought you here is a flame lit by billions of years of cosmic evolution. So as you face the unusual days ahead, do so with open eyes and an open heart. Prepare with knowledge, but also with kindness for your neighbors, for the planet, and for yourself. Because the universe, in all its grandeur, is also deeply intimate. It is the playground of stars, yes, but also the home of humanity. Now, let's talk about what preparation truly means, not just in terms of technology or infrastructure, but in how we prepare ourselves as individuals and communities, because when the sun unleashes its storms, it doesn't just challenge our power grids or satellites, it challenges our adaptability, our resilience, and our willingness to come together. Science has given us incredible tools: satellites that watch the sun's every move, early warning systems that predict solar flares, and strategies to protect critical infrastructure. But these tools are only as effective as our collective response. When communication falters, when power blinks out, it's our human networks, the bonds of trust and cooperation that keep us grounded. In that sense, preparation is a practice of mindfulness. It's about cultivating awareness of our dependencies and vulnerabilities, but also of our remarkable capacity for innovation and solidarity. It's about fostering communities where neighbors check on one another, where knowledge is shared, and where cooperation becomes second nature. This cosmic event is a reminder of our place within the universe, not as masters, but as stewards. The solar storm is a natural part of our cosmic environment, and our survival depends on respecting that environment and adapting accordingly. It invites us to rethink how we live, how we connect, and how we support one another. The universe does not always hand us certainty or comfort. Instead, it offers rhythms and patterns that we learn to read over time. Our sun's cycles, the planetary alignments, the cosmic energies, they invite us to become students of the cosmos, to live in harmony with its flow rather than against it. And therein lies a profound lesson. The universe teaches us resilience through impermanence. Just as stars are born and die, as galaxies collide and reform, we too must embrace change as the engine of growth. The unusual events we may face are part of that evolutionary process. To face them with courage is to participate in the grand cosmic story, to move from passivity into agency, from isolation into community. It means recognizing that while we cannot control the solar storms, we can control how we prepare, respond, and care for one another. So, as the celestial dance unfolds and the skies shift, I encourage you to prepare not just your devices and homes, but your mind and heart. Prepare to meet uncertainty with curiosity, to turn disruption into discovery, and to view every challenge as an opportunity to evolve. Because the universe vast, ancient, and mysterious is not indifferent. It is a living story of which we are a part. Our lives are threads woven into its fabric, capable of shining brightly amid the darkness. In closing, consider this. We are the only species on Earth known to look up at the stars and wonder about their meaning. This very act of curiosity, of seeking to understand our place in the cosmos, is what sets us apart. It is our defining trait and our greatest gift. The unusual events on the horizon are not merely disruptions, They are invitations. Invitations to deepen our connection with the universe and with each other. To embrace a worldview that transcends borders and divisions, one that acknowledges our shared destiny on this pale blue dot we call home. Preparation, then, becomes an act of cosmic citizenship, a commitment to stewarding not just technology or resources, but the values that will carry us forward. Empathy, knowledge, resilience, collaboration. As the solar storm approaches and the planets align, remember that you are more than a passive observer. You are a participant in this vast unfolding story. Your actions matter, your awareness matters. Harness your curiosity as a tool for learning and growth. Use your empathy to build bridges, not walls. And cultivate resilience, not only in the face of cosmic phenomena, but in the everyday challenges that shape your life. In this way, the universe is not a distant, indifferent force. It is a living, breathing context for human potential, complex, mysterious, and full of opportunity. So, prepare wisely, prepare thoughtfully, prepare with an eye to the stars and a heart open to the possibilities of tomorrow. And remember, as Carl Sagan once said, we are made of star stuff. We are a way for the cosmos to know itself. In the dance of the planets and the flare of the sun, in the quiet moments of human connection, the cosmos is indeed knowing itself through you. As we prepare to face these unusual cosmic events, it's essential to remember that the story of humanity is, in many ways, a story of adaptation and discovery. Just as our ancestors once gazed at the stars with wonder and trepidation, so too do we stand at the brink of a new chapter armed with science, curiosity, and the capacity for profound connection. The universe does not operate on our schedule or desires. Its rhythms are ancient, vast, and often inscrutable. Yet, within these rhythms lie opportunities to grow, to learn, and to forge deeper bonds with each other and the cosmos itself. We are, each of us, stewards of this moment. Our responsibility is not only to understand the science behind these events, but to embrace the humility and awe they inspire. To prepare physically, yes, but also mentally and emotionally, to prepare our communities and ourselves with empathy, reason, and resolve. The solar storms, the planetary alignments, they are reminders that we are part of a grand cosmic web, interconnected and interdependent. They challenge us to transcend narrow perspectives, to think expansively about what it means to be human in a universe that is constantly evolving. So I invite you to take this cosmic event not as a cause for fear, but as a catalyst for reflection and action. To use it as a moment to connect to the stars above, to the earth beneath, and to the fellow travelers who share this pale blue dot with you. Together, we can navigate the uncertainties ahead with courage, wisdom, and wonder. Because while the cosmos may be vast and mysterious, our capacity to learn and adapt is even greater. As we stand at the precipice of these unusual cosmic events, it's important to recognize that the universe has always been a dynamic, ever-changing entity. From the swirling chaos of the Big Bang to the elegant orbits of planets, change is the fundamental constant. Our moment now is no exception. It's a pulse in the cosmic heartbeat, a reminder that nothing remains static. But here's the paradox. In this vast and turbulent cosmos, there's a profound order and a deep interconnectedness. The solar storm that threatens to disrupt our electronics is also a force that has shaped life itself. The very elements forged in the heart of stars billions of years ago are the building blocks of our bodies, our planet, and even the technology we rely upon. Understanding this cosmic context is crucial not just to prepare for potential disruptions, but to appreciate our place in the grand tapestry of existence. We are both fragile and resilient, tiny and immense, fleeting and eternal. This duality calls for humility and audacity to accept our vulnerabilities while embracing the infinite potential of human curiosity and ingenuity. So as you prepare for what's to come, think beyond mere survival. Prepare to thrive, to learn, to connect. Build communities that can weather storms, both solar and societal. Invest in knowledge and science because these are our most reliable guides through uncertainty. And never lose sight of wonder. The same star that sends charged particles hurtling toward Earth also lights your path. Both literally and metaphorically, it's a beacon, calling us to explore, to understand, and to dream. In the grand scheme of things, these unusual events are not threats to fear, but invitations to awaken, to realize that we are participants in a vast, mysterious universe, a universe that we are only beginning to comprehend. And so, as we gaze upward at the vast cosmos, we are reminded that we are not isolated actors on a small stage, but part of a grand, unfolding story billions of years in the making. The universe is not only stranger than we imagine, it's stranger than we can imagine. Yet, within that mystery lies our greatest opportunity to explore, to understand, and to find our place in the stars. The solar storms, the planetary dances, these cosmic events are invitations. Invitations to awaken our curiosity, to deepen our connection to the universe and to one another. To prepare not just with technology or plans, but with humility, resilience, and wonder. Because in the end, we are stardust made conscious, the cosmos reflecting on itself through you and me. And that is something worth preparing for, something worth marveling at, something that calls us to be better stewards of this tiny blue dot we call home. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep looking up, keep wondering, and never stop reaching for the stars.